kicked out my girlfriend after a night of drinking with guys. I, 24 male, kicked out a girlfriend of 5 years, 24 female, for not coming home until 9:30 a.m. after a night of drinking. 2 March afternoon all, first post here, hope I've got it right. My girlfriend and I have been going out for 5 years. Recently she went out with her girlfriend 27F for after work drinks on a Friday and did want me to come and join. We've recently relocated to this city, and she has old friends and her family in this city. I wasn't too happy about this, as in my home country when I'd go out with my friends, she was always invited. Anyway, she's not me and people do things differently, I suppose. She essentially avoids me all night by saying she'd be at one spot then another when I'd arrive with my friends. I feel like a duck and head home when I've had a few too many on a lightweight, and she continues on with her friends, which has happened before. Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more interesting stories. I found out my girlfriend of 3 months cheated on me last night. All the red flags and signs were there, and I still trusted her. How to cope with being disappointed in myself. I started dating a co-worker 3 months ago. I know. It's the military though, and there are many military couples. I'm a 26M, and she's a 22F. Everything at first was perfect. We moved hard and fast, but the energy was magnetic and mutual. It was like we had a sixth sense with one another and could read one another's minds. She was loving, caring, affectionate. Everything I wanted. I met her parents. She met my parents. She even prompted to go Facebook official with me and become exclusive. Her grandmother was re-diagnosed with cancer, and her dog also had to be put down. I was there for her both times as she cried in my arms for an hour. I was with her entire family putting their dog down into the early hours of the morning. She started acting distant shortly after that for about the entire 3rd month of our relationship. I chalked it up to her having a lot on her plate emotionally. Grieving from the subject of death, coupled with the fact that she told me I was her first serious boyfriend that she's ever had. She's suffered from depression in the past, has self-harmed down her entire arm, and has self-admitted daddy issues that even her mom has also mentioned. She was broken. I thought I could save her, or at least try to help her heal as she was taking therapy, just graduated university, and was starting to make something for herself as a young woman. She was hot/cold with me, and when I eventually asked her why, she gave me the whole "I don't think I can be the right girlfriend for you, and you can do better than me" speech. I assured her I valued her for who she was, strengths, quirks, flaws, and all. Things seemed to start to get a little bit better. Then, all of a sudden, she goes into silent mode for 5 days. I gave her space and never messaged her to respect that. We go to a co-worker's party on the 4th day and she ignores me the entire time at the party. I talked to her about it and she says she wishes we could restart as a couple. Fast forward a few days later, and she's acting super shady with her phone at work. I called her out on it, but I told her I trusted her and didn't want to see the messages. Big mistake. An officer got her phone number at the party. They immediately started sexting for 2 weeks straight. She invited him to hang out over at her place after only talking for 4 days. She told me she was busy that night getting her car's oil changed with her dad. Her dad later told me that she canceled on him and said something came up. I broke up as soon as I saw the messages. I told her to take a long/hard look in the mirror next time she decides to hurt someone she supposedly committed herself to. She didn't even seem to care. She played the victim because I went through her phone. Sorry, I had to trust my gut. She said just because we were having sex, cuddling, and sleeping over with one another that it doesn't mean we're together. Yet she never formally broke up with me or ended our relationship on Facebook. She completely disrespected me, and instead of breaking up with me first to play the field, she decided to cheat on me so she could have her cake and eat it too. I'm just disappointed in myself for waiting to act on my gut instinct. I'm normally very intuitive. I thought she just needed space because we moved fast and I was her first serious boyfriend. No, she's exted and a guy just 4 days after knowing him, after I just spent 3 months with her nearly every day between work/weekends, being strung along this entire time. I did everything I possibly could do to be a good boyfriend and support her, and she just treated me like a doormat in the end. I told her it's over, and I'll remain professional with her at work, but all trust is gone and I want nothing to do with her. I'm glad I found out only 3 months into a new relationship and not 3 years, but goddamn, it still stings. Story 2. Feeling like I don't have a home. I, 23F, found out about my spouse's affair 3 months ago. Ever since I've been feeling so lost. We've only been married for almost 3 years. He was my all. I know I was not the best wife. I was always too emotional, and he was not the kind of person who does emotional, if that makes sense. I tried to give him a second chance, but he never showed me that he even wanted it. I've been crying nonstop ever since I found out. He moved to my country a couple of years ago. We fell in love and got married. It was all so fast, but I felt in cloud nine. He made me feel loved and cherished and important. Now, I feel like I'm just a burden. I moved out today. I'm staying with a family member. I feel like I don't have a home. My safe space is gone and I feel so lost and sad. He told his mistress all of my secrets and problems in our marriage. I feel so betrayed. I moved from my parents' house to moving in with him. It's silly. I don't know how to be alone. I know I need to learn. I just can't wrap my head around him cheating. I know this post's not very organized, but I feel like my head is all over the place. I just want to be alone. My dream was to be a wife and a mother. To have a family, and I know I'm still young, and I can still find someone who can see me for who I am and that can see my worth. It's just a bummer when you have planned your life with someone. I feel very broken. Update. I, 23F, found out that my ex-husband, 31, cheated on me this past March. He even spent my birthday with her. The mistress contacted me to let me know that my husband is a good man. There's a saying in Spanish that goes, "Ojo de loco no se equivoca." I knew her intentions from the beginning was for me to find out about her existence in his life. In the end of everything, he chose her. He still pretends he is so sorry in front of me, but whenever I turn my back, he would do nothing but tell her all my secrets and talk negative about me. I hate them because even after everything, she still makes sure that I know that he is enjoying life with her and not with me. She's called me racial slurs and told me that the reason why he never wanted to have kids with me was because he wanted white kids. That haunts me because he denied it all, but he was so angry at me for asking him if it was true. He never once tried to fix the marriage, not even when I moved out. He also left me with nothing. Never once wanted to share our finances because we were married. We don't need to do that. When I talked to him about it, when we were discussing the divorce, he blandly told me that I had nothing to claim from him as I spent all my money. Mind you, we had this routine where I was the one paying the bill while he would take care of the groceries and our savings. I had a great job while I was with him. He made me spend all my money and used to get mad at me for trying to save. His reason for him to cheat on me dates a couple of years ago. When I went into a deep depression, I became suicidal, I ended up admitted, and I promised him I would never attempt against my life again. I went to therapy, took my medication, tried to show him that he was my reason to live. What a huge mistake. He never noticed it. After what he did, and among all the justifications he was giving me, he told me he didn't want to be with me because of that. I hate them so much. I wish I could see him crying the same tear I cried when he told he was way happier with her. Nothing absolutely works. I've tried therapy, but until they see me thriving and regretting that they put me through, I don't think it'll change. I try not to think about them, tried dating someone else, but he just wasn't looking for a serious relationship. Off my subconscious beat me into believing that I was just enough for him. After all this, I was left worse than I was when I tried to unalive myself, of course. Now I know better. I guess I still resent him a lot for what he did. I do not think it'll change anytime soon. Update 1. I have been trying so hard to move forward with my life. I believe I'm making progress, small but still. I find myself beautiful again, so I no longer see myself as a sad and ugly woman. Now, I'm just sad. I have realized, thanks to my therapist and Reddit, that the only thing keeping me to move forward is my passionate hatred towards my husband and his AP. I hate them for all the humiliation they put me through, for disclosing personal information of mine to others just to harm my reputation and many other mean things that they have done to me. Recently, my STBX had an accident, which resulted in him having amnesia, or so he says. The thing is, I believe he already got his karma, not the accident though, but I was the first person he called when it happened. I got in contact with his AP from his phone, and her concern was not him. But why did I have his phone? I kept telling her it was not important and that she needs to come because I did not want it to stay there. I had already helped him to get safely to the ER. I had no responsibility to stay there. I did not want to stay there. I found out that night that his weird behavior at that moment was not only because he was in a state of shock, but because he was also high and drunk. After that night, I realized I hated him. I know, awful for my part having in mind that he was vulnerable, but the solely thought of spending time with him just disgusted me. Of course, I did not show it to him, because even though I was feeling this way, I was still worried about his safety. It's weird, I know. It's so hard to even put into words how I felt that night. Ever since this happened, I can't help it. I hated him so much before the accident. The hate I feel for him has been multiplied by 100 after it. I told him about the convo I had with his AP, and he told that he would talk to her about it. I hated even more as well, not necessarily because she was still a woman who slept with my ex-man and spread rumors about me, but because how little she cared. Also, she asked if I could stay. Is the matter with her? I told her no, because he is no longer my responsibility. She said that it was my duty as a wife to do so. Lol, was this bossing me around? I told her to F off and handed the phone back to him. He texts me almost every day saying that memory of us came back to him, followed by more texts of him admitting that he still loves me and how sorry he is that he broke me, that the fact that he only called me and I showed up made him realize that he has lost a good woman. I only reply if it's something related to the divorce. If not, the chat can die on my WhatsApp. I still hate him. I have not sympathy for him or for the fact that he has lost his memory. He made me feel I lost myself trying to chase him. He messed up all my dreams, leaving me with no desire to do anything, not even plans for the future. He also left me with no money, and I hate him for all that. However, I'm not like that. I find myself having drinks with my high school bullies and being relaxed around my family, people that have created traumas on me. I don't seem to find forgiveness for him. I often find myself thinking that I will move on, thrive, have a family of my own, all that while still hating him. The reason why I want to find forgiveness for him, it's not because I want to have a friendship with him, or because I want to take him back, but because it's making me physically and mentally ill. I hate feeling that sometimes I wake up feeling so up, then boom. The hate for him gets me, and my day gets ruined. Doesn't matter how hard I try to not even bless him by thinking of him. But I just can't. I need to forgive him, just so I can move on and give all that time I spent thinking of him to me, to my studies, and to my friends and family. I know that if I reached forgiveness, I will be free. How can I forgive him? Where can I find forgiveness? Who can I do so and feel so much hate towards him?